Right now, tens of thousands of dock workers on the East Coast are hitting the picket lines.
The nationwide strike began at midnight after the International Longshoremen's Association's contract ended. The union has been in talks with the United Maritime Alliance, but says the port's latest offer is just not enough. The strike is expected to stop the flow of goods at ports from Maine to Texas. We're now joined by Wade Britt, the managing director at Baton Global.
And Wade, thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
This is going to be, or could potentially be, a major disruption to the supply chain. So what happens at these ports with their exports, their imports, now that workers aren't on the clock?
Sure. At these ports, nothing at all with the stoppage in work.
Yeah.
But what this will result in is probably a lot of additional business being sent out of West Coast ports, which can provide some relief, but of course introduces some complexity in their supply chain management. There's also a possibility where imports and exports could go through air cargo. Of course, that does add more significant cost on those items.
You know, we hear a lot about the potential impacts this could have on grocery stores. We all go to the grocery store. So what could we be looking at as far as impacts are concerned? And has there anything been done in preparation for this?
There have been things done in preparation, and it really varies by industry. So if you think about manufacturers that are needing to get goods in to finish the materials, they have probably started to hold more inventory. The more durable a good is, the less likely there will be immediate constraints on them. Of course, on the other end of the scale, when you start talking about perishables, like we import a lot of bananas, those could be very dear to get a hold of until this issue is resolved.
The strike is happening on the East Coast, but there would be an impact here in Iowa. What would that be?
It's really going to depend on how long it takes a resolution for the conflict. If the conflict is able to be resolved within a matter of days or a matter of weeks, the impact is unlikely to be very severe for people. The longer it drags on, though, the more likely it will be felt in terms of supply constraints and increased prices at the shopping markets.
Is there anything that we can do to prepare before that might change, that might happen?
There's not a lot that individual consumers can do. I mean, we saw during COVID when people panic and run out and buy all the toilet paper that's there. That's just not a great result for everybody. So we don't really want to see individual stockpiling. Stores and shops are doing the best they can, understanding that they don't have unlimited cold storage, for example, but there is some buffer in the system. I think we should just be willing to be flexible and substitute some items. If this is a protracted strike. Perhaps the good news is that, you know, we're the world's largest exporter of turkey, so I don't know that this is going to adversely affect anyone's Thanksgiving meal.
Well, that's good news, yeah.
And we were talking before this segment started, the last time something like this happened was in the 70s, and you mentioned it was about a 40 to 50 day long strike.
That's right.
So we're hopeful that obviously it doesn't extend that long. Wade Britt, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate the time and the knowledge.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.